Hi guys, Casey here from Masters of None. How are you getting on? Hope you're having a lovely day. I have to tell you, the weather here in Britain at the minute is pretty good. All I'm asking is stays that way. As you can see on my lap, and I've probably seen it in a couple of other videos of mine, is my little angel Missy. Hey Missy, how are you? So Missy's joining me today on my video because I wanted to talk to you about something about dogs. What are you going to do with your dog? So let's have a look and see what we're talking about here. Hi guys. Alright, so before we start, just the three things I'd like you to do for me if you don't mind. That's subscribe, notify and like. If you can do those three things for me, fantastic, you get me started on my videos. Appreciate that very much. Now, what am I going to talk to you about? Well, as you saw my little dog Missy sitting on my knee, you want to take your dog for a walk. Now, if you're disabled, you might be thinking, where can I take my dog for a walk? You know, because maybe depending on your disability, you might find it really hard. Or maybe you need places more quiet and more secluded because, you know, your disability makes you nervous around crowds or whatever the case may be. Well, here's a picture of one of the first places that I'm thinking of. Now, this place is called Apley. Now, as you can see from the picture, nice entrance. Now, the only problem with this, it's a lovely entrance, but the parking here in this area is pretty pants. Very, very difficult. The other sides to it, which I don't have photos of, but the other sides, again, is one that's like right on the main road, but the parking is parallel parking on the main road, which is, I don't think it's very good or safe at all. There's another one where you go inside an estate and you go right around the back and you park there. But again, you know, parking is not all that good. But the good news is, even though the parking isn't that good, you can tell that it's not crowded. It's very rare that it's car after car after car. So it's not like you're going to be rushed off your feet or put under any pressure. So as you can see in the picture, that's Apley Woods, that's its entrance, and it's a lovely place to go for a walk. Now the entrance you can see here in the picture is kind of more road-like or more path-like. So if you're in a wheelchair or you're have difficulty walking or whatever the case may be, this might be the best entrance for you. There is another entrance next door to this entrance, which is more like a forest entrance. So we look at that picture there. So there's an idea of what the entrance might look like, a bit like trees and forest and bumpy ground, etc. So again, it's not exactly the most easiest walking space, if that's the case, if you have difficulties walking. Now, I personally am paralyzed on my right hand side, which means I do walk or hobble with a stick. Walking isn't that easy for me, I'll be honest with you. However, I can manage it, so it's not that difficult. But depending on how you feel, you might not want to go down this route, you might want to go down a different route. Now, one of the other benefits of Apley Woods, which I was quite surprised by, is it has a disabled toilet section. Now, the disabled section, you can see in the picture what the door looks like. It's like a little room with a steel door in. Very useful to have. Here's the problem. The problem is, if you look at this picture, you'll see what kind of door handle it has, or kind of lock it has. Now, in this country, in England, or Britain, they have what they call a radar key. Now, I don't know how they do it in other parts of the world, but the radar key is like a special key that a disabled person can carry. So when they come to disabled toilets and they're locked, you should be able to put this disabled key in, unlock the door, and in you go, no problem. In other words, it's to keep people from just, you know, willy-nilly using the public facilities, or for a position where you know, anyone's just using it and you're struggling to get to a bathroom and you can't get in because someone's using it. Well, they shouldn't be using it. So that's one of the reasons why they have that radar key. But as you can see in the picture, it's clearly not a radar key. It's clearly a different key. Now, I'm going to say that maybe it's just the beginning of the season, the weather's just on turn, so maybe the plan is that they will open it up. You know, there might be someone that actually opens it up and leaves it open, I don't know. But you certainly can't use a radar key in it. Excuse me. So yeah, so that's your disability toilets at the entrance, Apley Woods entrance. Actually on the side it's more difficult to get into, believe it or not. That's where it is. Now here's another picture. You can see my little doggy running in there. This is now the foresty side of things, and there she's running, having a great little sniff around. And it's nice. It's nice and pleasant and quiet. As you can see, it's not crowded. It's not distracting with lots of people, etc., etc. It's nice and quiet, so that's good. There's another path. Now this path here again is in the foresty side of things, but as you can see, the path is fairly wide, fairly openish. So you know, you should be able to cope if you can hobble. You will have difficulty getting a wheelchair in to the section because it's quite a steep hill to get up to the pathway. But once you're in there, you should have no problem getting up. And there's another picture now again of the path, how the path looks, etc. So as you can see, it's fairly wide. It's not as open or as easy access as where that first entrance was that I showed you, the tar pathway, but it is quite nice all the same. So yeah, so that's Apley Woods. It's a great place to take your dog for a walk, or even if you don't have a dog and you just want to have a bit of me time and you want to just contemplate life, etc., all those kind of things. You know, Apley Woods is a great place. Apley Woods, obviously I'll leave the address and the information how to get to it in the comments below. Obviously if you live in I don't know, in America and you're watching this video and you think, oh, that's not going to be much use to me, I am sorry, but this is in England, so there's nothing I can do about it. If you come across anything yourself, or any parks that you've come across, whatever part of the world they're in, that you've enjoyed walks with your dogs, and you think, oh, this would be nice, oh, I wouldn't mind, you know, highlighting that, by all means, please leave a comment in the comments below and just say where the park is, information about the park, and I'll do some research and I can do another video on that park. But for the time being, Apley Woods is the place that I'm talking about. So yeah, so if you want to walk your dog and that's where you want to go, Apley Woods is the place to do it. So thanks very much for listening. As I say, it's nice to talk to you all again. I'm sure we'll have a conversation in the future. But the 3 things I'm going to ask you to do, 3 things, is subscribe, notification, and like if you enjoyed that video. I'd appreciate those 3 things. So in the meantime, have a lovely day, and I hope you're really enjoying what you're doing, wherever it is in the world you are. So speak to you later. Bye.